I have to pre-book my cat's haircut appointments 6 months in advance. Twice a year he gets cut, fall and spring. He doesn't like it. It's a block from our house. He cries the story of his tiny little angry people the whole way. And it's awful. And then he acts so sweet while we're there. And they're like, oh, Momo, you're so sweet. It's like, yeah, he's a little bit of a nightmare, 26-pound nightmare. He has his appointment today. It's in 13 minutes. I cannot find him in this house. Anywhere. He has a new hiding spot, and I cannot find him. I have spent the last 25 minutes searching anywhere. And in short of him growing opposable thumbs, he Houdini'd. I feel like such a dick. I just messaged Abigail's Top Knots in Antioch. They're amazing. And I messaged them and was like, they messaged me last night, was like, hey, see you for your appointment, 9 a.m. Yep, we'll be there. Never thinking, literally last night, I was just about to say never thinking that Murphy wouldn't show up. And it's like, no. Last night when he was laying on the bed, it was like, hi, you're not hiding. Because he's been hiding because of the other cat. She's a bitch. She tells him what to do. And like, he is dysregulated because there's a lady bossing him around. And so yesterday when I went upstairs, he was laying on the bed with Shane, and I was like, there you are, and like got into bed, and I snuggled him a little bit, and I even whispered to him, I was like, I only have 25 minutes to get you, like after I drop off Grayson, to get you to the groomer, like please don't hide on me. That, I can't find him. I sent a message to Abby, and it was like, okay, so I could be there on time, but somebody is not participating. I can't find my cat, and I know he's in this house. I know his nefariousness. He did not get out. He doesn't do that. I was like, your big, sweet, handsome boy decided that he found a new hiding space to avoid getting a haircut. Are you guys booked months and months? Because I can't look more. Like, if I keep looking, then there's the highest probability that I'm getting into a Scooby-Doo situation where every room I go into now, he's just creeping into the next one because there's no other logical explanation. I have looked everywhere that monster cat could fit. I'm a Benny Hill episode checking the places I've already checked, and now I've checked the places where he would have had to open doors, which I wouldn't put it past him. Like, he's a big cat. He can reach the handles. Like, he has accidentally opened doors and got him into rooms that he shouldn't have. I can't find him. And this is normal Murphy behavior. He gets real tooty when I bring home kittens, but he doesn't have to like hang out with them and like do anything with them because they're distant. So it takes a good 4 to 6 weeks for him to even remotely be interested in the fact that there's kittens in the house. Now there is a cat in the house who has a big personality, and every time he even thinks about moving, she's like, get away from my humans. I'm not a cat person. Get away from me, you big beast. Like, she's real moody about it, where he's used to little babies being like, are you my mother? So he's all out of sorts, but now he's hiding from her, and I can't find him. Abigail, like Abby's Top Knots just called me, and they were like, oh, Mo. Like, they just think he's just the hung the moon. Like, they're so sweet about him and handle him with such care, where I, like, by the time that I get there, he's been just all crazy in the car. I'm like, he is just so dramatic. What an asshole. So she called. She's like, oh, okay. Well, you know what? We can squeeze you in. How about next Wednesday? It's like, if I find him, yes, we will be there. But this is not my fault. He's difficult. I said to her, 9:30 next week we'll be there, and I won't make the same mistake I made this time, because every other time he's had a haircut, I made sure that somebody else got Grayson to school, so I didn't lose eyes on that big ass hairy dinosaur. And that's what did me dirty. I took Grayson to school. By the time I got back, he packed his bag as he was out. He was in his hiding spot. He's probably been like in Shawshank Redemption, chipping at the wall for months, hearing me talk about this appointment. The ultimate literally, if he's nefarious, this is payback for bringing an adult cat into the house, and I understand you don't love it, but we're getting used to it, my dear. I had a pretty productive day yesterday. For me, I know I'm productive when I can see a finished quilt in front of me, or a head of hair, or a project, and it's done. So productivity of like when you've been working on different projects for 3 years, and now you have to touch all of them, it's impossible to finish any of them. So it's like being able to set goals and get things done and feel accomplished, like I'm moving forward, is difficult. But slowly but surely, like when I go in to do something in the workshop, I'm not moving 100 things first, right? Like I'm starting to get a little bit more organized. I'm not starting in the middle of the elephant. Like I think I've gotten through the tail, but enough to where I can start filming the back end of the tutorials. A girlfriend messaged me and was like, what do you do? You're working at a school? And it was like, no, I'm starting a schools. It's SKOOLS. I said, I'm starting technique classes for sewing while I'm doing, a couple months ago, right, when I was doing that t-shirt quilts, and I realized that there was a process that I could use where I didn't have to outsource it. It made it definitely worth it for me to do it, but realizing that there's no tutorials or classes out there that offer this technique. So being able to, teaching is a passion and paying it forward. My mother taught me how to sew, and it only feels nice to be able to pass that forward. Like I've taught so many different people how to sew or mend or do things like that, where being able to do it in more of a public forum is kind of where I'm putting my energy right this second, but also with the intention of being able to offer like in-depth color theory, hair tutorials or classes and things like that. So, and coaching. So in that sense, I am opening a schools for kind of my niche market of where my hyper focus has been. Where my girlfriend was like, "Are you going to have a gardening class?" And it was like, "Listen, I'm a first year gardener and didn't know how to touch dirt until March. Maybe I get a second year underneath my belt before I even think about throwing my hat in that ring." And she laughed and she's like, "Well, I know that like you're like the quilting kind of thing is where your niche is, but like, do you teach people how to like sew a button back on?" And it was like, "Oh, honey." Like, I just thought all people were born with that knowledge. Like, yes, I will show you how to sew a button back on. I got you, fan. And I had a meeting with my friend Joe, the costumer, yesterday about the plan. I have a couple of sample styles of the basic garment that he would like me to reconstruct or tweak in the way that he wants it, right? So we had a meeting yesterday where we kind of talked about, I told him about where the creative avenue is knowing I have a hyper-focused niche in this market, being able to help others build confidence in their skills, especially when they're a DIYer or, I don't have a degree or they feel like they have imposter syndrome. It's like being able to share our knowledge because we have tinkerer brains is some people like we don't learn like other people. So that makes it so that we can teach in alternative ways, which helps kids like me and helps kids like Grayson. So it's anything I can do to help you kind of pass your knowledge forward. You're one of the smartest creative brains I know. And I wouldn't say our brains are exactly the same, but I asked him to be on an episode of the podcast because I think it's very fascinating that we both identify as artists. And even if he doesn't identify as an artist, I'll tell him till I'm blue in the face. I've met artists, and whether or not you think that you're good at your craft, you are the best one. Period. Don't talk shit about my friend Joe. Like, when my friends can't see their talent and then are like making excuses of like, well, I don't think I'm that, or I don't think I'm this. It's like, are you not letting me compliment my friend Joe? You better let me compliment you. You are amazing at what you do. Like, I'm hype guy, right? That's my favorite thing. Like knowing where my friends' passions are and their, especially creativity, like collabing and working on a project together. Like that is just my love language. Because you always want to be putting yourself in rooms where you're not the smartest, right? Like, I can teach somebody how to sew, but I don't have his skill set, just like he doesn't have mine. And like his mother crochets, and she crochets cool shit. And he's like, and artists are artists. Like whether you're a recycle artist, whether you're a formally trained painter who only use really expensive paint, is like, if you're a person who's currently making something, and then there's kids in the back of the car who are like, ooh, what if we did that to this? Guess what? You're a creator or have a creative brain. Embrace that shit because it's not normal. My whole life, because I put my craziness and my artistry and just throw it all out there all the time and it's scrambled, right? People be like, oh my God, your brain like does like I've identified where the difference is. And I know now that like being able to build a pumpkin dome, trampoline, vining, water retention pond is not necessarily how it's not how your average brain wakes up in the morning, right? With that new thought of that. But like that's my squirreliness or the difference of where I know my brain is, right? Where I said to him, and I'm grateful, I just saw Halsey on a podcast or an interview, and she was talking about how she wasn't making an album and that her label wasn't backing her making a new album, and the reason is why is because they expect the every song to be a banger song, and that's what they want to back. And if you're not doing banger songs every single time, we're not going to back you at all. And she was like, as an artist, it's a flash in the pan to have one hit single, yet alone 2 or 3. But to then keep me at that standard, that's not repeatable. And I said to him, where he was trying to tell me well, I'm not this or I'm not that. And it's you're all those things. How do you not know that? Listen, you don't have to be honest with me. I think you're a wonderful artist. But she said, as an artist, you can't be held to that. You're that's a lot of pressure to live up to that, right? And he was yeah, that's a lot of pressure to live up to. And it was so we can both agree that it is not realistic. You don't have to, not everything you have to put out is a banger, right? Sometimes you put out a song and it's great, but then the next time they release a song, it's the same song and they just kind of change the hook a little bit. And it's one trick pony. They just really lean into the one thing, right? And he's yeah, I was that's not you. I was listen, if you're able to create 4 unique designs that are all in your element and niche, but very unique and different, as an artist, that is very hard. To put out 4 bangers a year, that is a standard that has affected the haunt industry in a way that is really, I am proud of you. Yes. So yes, I'm available to work on a project. Why am I so weird? I'm very excited to work on that project, and in knowing that that's on my plate, I am waiting for a shipment today for some product to be able to start the next round of quilts. I have 2 to do, and I took apart that rug and am reconstructing it into more of a blanket feel. I've also figured out how to make individual stickers out of the blooms of my sunflowers, and that tickles me beyond belief. Watch out. And I've almost got to the streamlined process of where I'm ready to order the samples of the puzzles that we made. And I said to my girlfriend, my intention is that I am paying it forward. I think that if I do set up an Etsy or something, I'll have it where half the proceeds are, half the profit go to the different charities and things that have helped us out over the years, where I think if I open it up for the launch in October, that I'll do until Christmas, half of any sales made from that would go toward, half the profits would go towards Penny's Purpose, I think, in Antioch. Buy your favorite puzzler a Christmas present, and I'll have puzzles for sale, and then I can do good with that, right? Where in this creative, do I want to do 100 dressers? Do I want to have a gardening class, or do I want to be able to put things out there as the result of oh, look at what we did. I don't know if I want to have a farm stand. I don't know how to do that, but the blooms are very beautiful, and I want a sticker pack. So if I'm going to order it, if I have to go through the process, I might as well make it so somebody else can order it and then do good with it, where it's buy yourself some cute stickers and then help a local charity, right? I think that that's kind of the goal and the process that's falling into place. April from Penny's Purpose's ears must have been ringing because she asked me if mine were ringing, because we were thinking about each other, and now we are meeting tomorrow after she gets off work. So it's sweet. I'm glad that's the incentive that's keeping me going, right? Paying it forward is very much the Jamie Jams thing to do. So, I am putting together a test sample of the different sticker sheets, because if I post all the individual ones that I'm thinking, it's too much. So I'm looking to make a sticker sheet, and I can't wait to post that. I won't blow up 85 minutes of my stories with just a bunch of really pretty blooms. But okay, here is the test sample of potential puzzle pictures. I would do all of those. I'm going to put those on my Elfster for Christmas. And then here would be a sticker pack, or what makes my brain even more excited is different elements I could use in a custom fabric print of the sunflower pictures of the sunflowers that I grew from seed. Oh gosh, look. Now that I know how to do that efficiently, oh man, oh God. Do you know how many pictures of flowers I've taken this summer? Could you imagine if I could make stickers out of all of those? that excitement. It's like, Anna, you're supposed to be sewing. Amazon still isn't here. Okay, I have to get to work, but I am very excited about the things that are moving forward. Knowing that I'm meeting with Penny's Purpose tomorrow will help me know what I'm streamlining today, right? She's like, do you want to meet at the headquarters? And I was like, no, I really want to show you my garden. Can you come to my house? So I'm excited that I was able to get that thought out there in the world at the same time. And then we were able to orchestrate that so fast because heck yeah, Jamie Jam season is going to be about giving back. That's pretty nice. All right. I hope everybody's good to themselves, and I will see you on the B-side. What in the actual hell is happening over here? My fire alarm just went off while I was trying to record while a cat was in the way. No wonder I can't get anything done and I'm squirrely. What is this? This is Behind the Scenes on Coffee with Anna. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome to the B-side. And I have a cat that won't get out of my way. Toots. This cat is used to living with somebody who was a fall risk the last year or so. Okay, all right, don't step. If the whole video just turns into 24/7 butthole, I'm gonna be so mad at you. Get your Toots. If you hold still and you just sit. My house is not on fire. We are okay, but somehow a fire alarm that was tucked into the workshop, into the closet, just went off for no reason and tested itself. What? I said to Shane, I was like, when are you going to be home? Because if it does it again, I'm going to call an old priest and a young priest. That was weird. Also, I still can't find Murphy. Ooh. The best part about that is I immediately grabbed my iPad. Anna, there's a fire. What are you going to do? Grab my technology. What about my Wi-Fi? I'm going to go back to try to record in the office and hope that a cat or a fire doesn't get in the way. What is this?